Good evening, everybody. Namaste. I hope that tonight finds you well. I wanted to thank OG and Beverly and Annie and OG's wife last night for coming by and spending time, and of course having a good laugh with Annie afterwards. We ended up going live after for a giggle fest and just nonsense and nothing special, just girls chat and puppy dog love and such. Recapping, this is the 8th night for the silent minute. If you're just joining, give me a thumbs up. Let me know that you're here. You can leave a comment and say hi. I am prefacing that this is a judgment-free zone. We are all here to ask for love and light to be spread upon the planet, across our country, and across any other countries that are in turmoil. That everyone's hearts be open. Certainly be open to receive the love, to be wrapped in the embrace of the divine. Spirit guides each and every one of us in different ways. And this is what I'm guided to do, so here I am. And I am accompanied in the background, which you can't hear, or maybe you can if I'm quiet. Nope. A little snoring from Walter. And then Gracie's hiding in her little gumdrop. So the silent minute began in 1940 in the UK. It was during World War II. It was born of a conversation, though, in 1917, on the eve of another war, another battle in the mountains of around Jerusalem. There were 2 young British officers that were talking, and the one officer, I have no name for, I've never found a name for him. He came to the realization, through whatever means, that he was going to pass, that this was his last war, that he was not going to be surviving. But in his premonition, if you want to call it, he saw that Wellesley Tudor Pole, who is the gentleman that brought this notion forward into 1940 during the Nazi Blitz on the UK. Great Britain was being barraged nightly, air raid sirens and bombs and people hiding in shelters. And so in their conversation, he went on to tell Wellesley Pole that he would survive to go on to fight an even greater battle, one that would be on the land, in the air, and on the sea. And it was the next day that the young man was killed. And I will read to you his statement, Let me see if I have it handy here for you. So, the Silent Minute was born from a conversation between two soldiers on the eve of a battle in the mountains around Jerusalem in the First World War. One knew he would not survive the war and prophesied the coming of an even greater conflict that would be fought out in every continent by ocean and air. He urged his comrade to provide an opportunity for him and millions like him to assist from the other side. He said, "Lend us a moment each day, and through your silence, give us opportunity. The power of silence is greater than you know." An interesting thing, so Big Ben had been silenced during the war. But when Winston Churchill, along with the support of King George, the cabinet, and the BBC, they began playing Big Ben's bells nightly as a signal at 9 o'clock, 9 p.m., for everybody to stop whatever they were doing and to pause in that moment, that silence, so that in this silent minute that was irrespective of philosophy or religion, it was a prayer for peace and freedom. So 1 minute before the hour, the bells of Big Ben signaled the silent minute to begin at 9 p.m. Major Pole knew that enough people joined in this gesture of dedicated intent, the tide would turn and the invasion of England would be diverted. And indeed, it did succeed in bringing peace. This was acknowledged after the war by a high-ranking German officer who was being interrogated by their intelligence division, community officer, I don't know. And in that conversation, the German officer stated, "You had a secret weapon for which we could not find no countermeasure and which we did not understand, but it was very powerful. It was associated with the striking of Big Ben each evening. I believe you called it the silent minute." So we are resurrecting that silent minute here so that we can take a moment to connect heart to heart, soul to soul, with the purpose of healing our family, healing our friends, healing our neighborhoods, our cities, our countries, each state that we're in, no matter where we live, no matter what country we're in, because the United States isn't the only one with conflict. And the purpose is to see a light, if you will. If you can think of the sun, and you in the center of the sun are bathing the country in love, in hope, in peace and goodwill, and the willingness to do good. That this community of man, this brotherhood and sisterhood, demands a voice born in that silent minute, that we come together as one. And this love from our heart and our soul connects each and every person, each and every one of us, to another who takes the moment. And as we embrace and we feel that love, we request our ancestors, our parents if they've crossed, and brothers and sisters, others who have fought in wars long before this one, to stand with us and echo out our voice. Let it be heard. I love you. Let peace fill your hearts. Be strong in your feelings, in your thoughts, in your love. Because love shall be the whole of the law. We come from a loving father, a loving mother. We love our children. We love our brothers and sisters. We love our friends. Love is what heals. Love is what holds us together. And I speak from my heart, and I say with the utmost sincerity, I love you. I want you to be safe. I want you to be whole. I want you to be filled with courage and strength. I want you to be protected and sealed in loving, perfect light. I want to bless you with divine message. And if you take a moment now and close your eyes, and take a nice, peaceful breath, and relax, and imagine from your heart an outpouring to the globe in front of you, to the country in front of you, whatever you wish to call upon as a visualization, or just knowing that you are pouring your love out to every person, every being on the planet, and filling them with the same love, with the sense of peace. I ask that the hearts of every person and every being be filled with love, be filled with hope, be filled with joy, be filled with kindness and mercy, to be filled with goodwill and the willingness to do good. I give thanks to you for your love, for your presence, for your divine spirit, for the blessings that your souls bequeath unto me. This is important to me, but to each and every one of us. We don't want our legacies to be hate, to be violence, to be anger. I want my grandchildren and my great-grandchildren and their children to be safe, to be filled with hope and the promise of a new tomorrow. Thank you all. Excuse me a moment. Sometimes it gets away with you. Blessings, everybody. Have a good night. And I will see you tomorrow night. Same bat time, same bat channel. Mitakuwayu Ashin.